I have all of that Bucephalandra and all of that Anubias. I have so many because I propagate and grow them myself. But now I'm actually starting to think that I have too much. So let's use those plants to achieve two different goals. First, build a unique, great-looking tank, and second, provide you with the proof that this method of propagation doesn't cause those plants to melt once they are placed in water. But I'm throwing a lot of information at you, so let me explain step by step. Like with all of my videos, I will keep it short and straight to the point. Let's start from small introduction. Over the past few months, I was showing on my channel how I propagate different plants, mostly Anubias and Bucephalandra. Those videos were very popular and I got great feedback from you. If you're interested in details about this method, I link those videos in the description, so you can check them out later. But there was one question that many of you were asking. What happens to those plants underwater? Are they melting or losing their leaves? And this is what we want to address today by building great new tank. So let's get to work. This is the tank I will be working with. It's 45 by 30 by 30 centimeters and holds roughly 40 liters of water. On top of it, I'm placing this simple 11 watts LED light. I was thinking about what kind of design would be the best to use Anubias in bigger quantities, and I think that bonsai tree would be just perfect for that. And this will be a centerpiece of it. It's not artificial, it's made from small branches, natural wood, and small lava rocks. I made very small bonsai tree in the past, so I was thinking that I can scale it, but in full transparency, I bought this entire piece just like that. My thinking is that sometimes it's good to show how to make good use of those kind of products. Not fake ceramic ones, but these natural woods. Not everyone likes to build everything from scratch. Plus, it was on sale, so yeah. Because it's already placed on small lava rocks, I was thinking that it would be the best to continue with that. So I created something like a big cliff from those rocks and placed my tree on top of it. This way it should be even more prominent and fill the entire tank much better. I secured everything with paper towel and cyanoacrylate glue. I think this tree looks great on top of that cliff, so let's keep working on the details. First thing I had to do is cover those contact points. I can do it very easily with Marimo moss balls. Check it out. Just tiny bit of glue, small patch of Marimo, and not only all contact points are covered, but we also have great additional details around the base of our tree. It already starts to look really good. But now to the main part. Because this tree has a lot of branches, I can squeeze my Anubias between them. There is no need for glue or any other materials. I'm using different sizes with big and small leaves. I have a lot of them, so I can cover pretty much everything. This is one of those projects when propagating Anubias for free really pays off. Normally, those tiny bits would be a waste, but here, they provide so many details, and with every little plant, my tree looks better and better. Just look at it. Oh yes, it really looks very natural. And with those Marimo pieces on top of this lava rock, it looks like it's 100 years old. What a beauty. Now let's work on that part. This rock looks a bit empty, so I will cover it with one of my other treasures, Bucephalandra. It wouldn't look great on top of my tree, but it will be great detail for the base of it. Check it out. It looks like they grown in the shadow of that tree. Perfect. Okay, let's do a little test and place it in the tank. Careful. And perfect. See? This is why it's placed on that rock. It fills the space so well. Otherwise, it will be just too small, and the rest of the tank would look very empty. So let's complete the build and add some substrate. To avoid big contrast, I'm using darker fine gravel. I think it fits very well with the rest. Look, it looks better already, but I think it could use something to balance this tree, here on the right side. How about small lava rock with booze growing out of it? Yes, that fits there perfectly. By the way, this booze was also grown in my propagation box. Now to my next trick. I will place this small filter horizontally right there. Because of the kind of this build, even very small filtration would ruin the look. But this way, it's completely hidden from the view. Cool, right? To finish everything, I'm placing also a few crypts along the base of the cliff. It will look a bit more natural this way. The rest, I'm leaving empty. I want to see how this tank develops. If I feel that it could use more decorations or plants, I can always add more. For now, let's put it in place and see how it looks with water in it. Okay, not exactly impressive view for now. Water is very cloudy, but I think it's because of that gravel. It's not bacterial bloom. But I think that the basic idea is there. The design looks very promising and it should look very nice once it's really ready. So let's give it time to mature and cycle, and we'll come back to it in a few weeks. And there we are after exactly 1 month. Absolutely stunning little tank. It's so simple and yet so beautiful. And it works very well. As you can see, it's very clean, there is no sign of algae, and it's very low maintenance. All the fish and shrimp are also doing great in here. But the most important thing is, nothing is melting. Both Anubias and Bucephalandra are doing just fine. I didn't have a single problem with melting, and 90% of those plants are coming from my propagation boxes. All Anubias plants and more than half of this booze were grown by myself in the immersed form. And they look great. Entire tank looks great. I only have doubts about this part right there at the back. I'm just not sure if it works with the rest of the design. I think that there is a lack of consistency with the rest of it, and I'm thinking of removing it. But now, to conclude with our testing, let's make another jump in time to see how it works long term. And 10 weeks from the start, it looks just magnificent. I'm really happy to report that there are 0 problems with melting. Nothing went wrong, and all plants are doing fantastic. And there is a significant growth already. I can see new leaves, new splits, and especially those roots. Look at that! They are growing everywhere, and I think it's a very cool detail. It will only get better once they are very dense. This separate booze island right there is of course replanted. It's not few weeks of growth, well, that would be impossible. The original plants are still doing very well, I just added few more. But anyway, what a great looking tank this is. And I cannot believe how clean it stays. There is no sign of algae of any kind. Even though you have to remember that they are all very slow growing plants. What an amazing result! So the message is, there is no problem with growing Anubias and Buce this way. Once they get transitioned underwater, they are not melting and doing fine. This is the proof of that. And it's not the only one. I also made this tank using my propagated plants, and it also worked very well, with no melting issues. I have a lot of plant-related projects and huge experiments in the making, so if you don't want to miss any of them, consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you like the tank or my video, please leave a like, it really helps. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.